Hi, Talia. It's good to
Hi.
see you again. How are you?
Well, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We're a year from when we both started. I started my new position here as dean for the college, and you were a new student majoring in nursing. So I just wanted to catch up and see how it's going. So how was your first year? How would you characterize it?
It was really good. It was a difficult adjustment. I mean, I'm going to be very honest, changing from, living under my parents' roof to living on my own and also going from high school to nursing school was definitely difficult. But I definitely found my way. I had a lot of amazing resources and amazing friends that made my adjustment a lot smoother.
I want to ask a follow-up to that. How do you think you have grown in the last year?
Oh, I mean, I think I turned from child to adult in just this year.
Okay.
I mean, I think that I have had the biggest growth from then to now. I mean, I've been through ups and downs. Life isn't easy,
Right.
whether it's college or personal life. I mean, it's not easy, but addressing things in a more mature outlook and a more mature perspective, I definitely can see myself doing that. I think a way I would handle a situation now is a lot different than a way that I have handled it in the past.
So what have you found most surprising about your time this first year in the program and in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I mean, I think living in the city was definitely pretty surprising. I mean, you go outside and there's a lot going on all the time. I mean, being here for the Eagles winning the Super Bowl was crazy. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. I'm from Baltimore, so I'm a big Ravens fan. And when we won the Super Bowl years ago, I was at the parade, but this is nothing like that. This is crazy. And also, I think just the classes, everyone always comes in and there's like the stigma behind nursing school that it's like so hard and it's not attainable, but it is. And I think I've really impressed myself with what I've been capable of doing. And like, I feel like I could probably tutor the classes that I was taking my freshman year now, just from how like hard I worked and how well the teachers are able to teach me. And then the resources that they have, like the tutoring. I just feel very confident in what I learned. And then now being a sophomore, like building on that. So like my anatomy was really, really hard at first, but I really stuck to it. And now I'm in pathophysiology and I feel like it's building off of that. And I am really able to like absorb the information.
And obviously there are courses that are, particularly more challenging for students. What did you find when you hit a moment where it was just difficult, where it was challenging? What were some of the things that you sort of leaned into to sort of get through those challenges?
I definitely had the moments where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this.
Right.
My first instinct is to call my mom.
Okay. And you did that, right?
And I did that.
Good.
And she's like, Talia, you're going to be a nurse. You just got to get through this. And at the end of the day, like one bad grade or one class you have to repeat, even if you do have to, you're still going to be a nurse. Everyone's still going to end up if you keep working.
And what university or college specific resources have you leaned into over this past year that you would want a new student to be aware of?
Yeah, well, when I meet freshmen and any new student, I'm always like, go to class, go to ARC, class, like actually go to class, but they call the tutoring thing class.
Right.
And it's free tutoring essentially with your peers, and they can give you like heads up on, what to focus on for the exams. And, they were in our shoes. They were staying up all night studying for these chem exams. I mean, I had one tutor last year who I met very early on, who was like my backbone. She graduated last year, but we still text and she comes to visit me.
Oh, that's great.
And, she's figuring out where she's going. She's like applying all over the place, but she got me through everything. Like I would say that I would not have passed any of the classes that I'm taking without Grace. Shout out to Grace.
Shout out to Grace. We all need Graces.
We all need Graces. Yeah. And I tell everyone that they need to find themselves a Grace.
Yes. And then you become a Grace. Like you become
hopefully.
that, it's cyclical. So you absolutely become the mentor and the supporter. And now you are you're in your second year.
Yeah.
And all that you've learned from the first year to be able to pass that on is, I think, so incredibly important. So.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she really was my rock and got me through everything. And I tell everyone those are amazing, amazing resources that sometimes you have to get yourself to want to do that, because if you weren't tutored in high school, it's like, I don't need a tutor. There's
the stigma.
The stigma behind it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, just do it. They're there to help you.
Absolutely.
And they really do help.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm glad that you sought out these resources and that they were beneficial to you.
Oh yeah, 100%.
In terms, I think last time when we talked too, you were starting to explore Philadelphia, and you said that you've enjoyed being here, and obviously being here through the Eagles win was certainly a special introduction to the city and all that it loves. What are some of the favorite places that you've been to now that you've been here a year, and kind of why were they special to you?
Okay, so on campus, I love like Drexel Park.
Okay.
You could just sit out, and when it's nice out, you sit out in the sun, but there's the whole skyline, which is there, which is so cool. And I just will study, or I'll go with my friends and we'll like lay on a picnic blanket and get snacks, or there we could bring spike ball. And it's just a really nice, you know, a chill vibe to be with your friends. One of my favorite restaurants is Osteria Ama. It's on 19th Street.
Okay.
It's Italian.
Okay.
It's so good. And it's not, it's pretty affordable, honestly. I mean, and I am a big traveler, so I was literally just in Italy a few months ago, and it honestly, like, it compares, and it's amazing.
Okay, wonderful. You said that you like to travel. Have you thought about a study abroad at some point? Is that something you're interested in?
I'm in the process of figuring it out right now. So my plan of study is worked out so that I can go abroad in the fall.
Okay.
And I was going to go to London, which I was really excited about, but I'm trying to figure it out so I can go there in the summer, just because of how my rent and all my apartment, how that all turned out. So there's a few options going on right now. I have a meeting with my advisor next week, so I'll figure it out, but I'm super excited.
Wonderful. So are there other pieces of advice that you would give to new students who are coming in that you learned from your lessons?
Yeah, definitely find your people. Okay. Another person that really helped me was my grandfather. He's a retired physician at Johns Hopkins down in Baltimore. And I mean, he calls me all the time, and we literally just sit there and we go over the same things over and over and over again. I mean, he's like, it's like he's a nursing school
content
too.
From the classes?
Content too, yeah. Well, also like
just life things,
just life stuff
lessons.
too. Anything I need to know, Papa knows the answer to.
That's great.
But yeah, he really sits with me for a long time and also helps me. I'd say find your person that can talk you through these like moments where you're, you know, in distress and you're saying, I can't do this anymore. But also find that within yourself, because there are going to be times where you're like, I really like, you know, I could have chose a much easier route, but you have to remember why you chose the nursing in the first place. Right. And that will ground you and keep you going.
Go back to that center. Yeah. Of like, why did I want to be here?
Right.
And especially when it's particularly hard. Yeah. That's great. At Drexel, we talk a lot about experience. And certainly the co-op, and, you know, certainly within our college, we have a great deal of experience built into how we teach and learn. Just talk to me through that in terms of the types of experiences that you have had that have impacted your learning to this point.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really started doing my co-op stuff yet.
Right.
I feel like that'll probably be the prime experience that I have throughout, you know, my time here. I'm looking into doing it at CHOP, which I think would be really great. But yeah, different experiences, definitely some volunteer stuff that we've done. I had to get CPR certified the other day for clinical, and it was so fun. I went with my friend and we learned everything. Definitely getting to know everyone and doing the labs are really cool. I'm about to start health assessment fundamentals, and that's when I, you know, do the head to toes and learn everything that it is to do to be a nurse. And then I start clinicals soon too. Yeah. So things are about to get crazy.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about approaching clinicals and co-op? And
yeah, I'm actually really excited. I'm nervous, of course. I mean, in high school, I did some volunteer work in the hospital, so I've worked with patients before, but it's definitely a different approach when you know your badge doesn't say volunteer; it says student nurse. Right. You got more of a responsibility now. But I'm excited to like work with people. I think my favorite part of the whole job of nursing is really interacting with people and making their time easier. So instead of, you know, sitting behind books and fake patients and simulation dolls, it's like working with actual people really excites me.
Absolutely. That's wonderful. Okay, so one other question about, certainly you've mentioned that there's challenging courses. We all experience stress and we manifest it in different ways, but how do you de-stress?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a few things that I do. Number one, you know, talking to my family and my friends, of course, that helps everybody. But when I need time to really center myself, I like to like light a candle and like have a cup of tea, watch my favorite TV shows. Or if I want to go more of like the physical route, I love hot yoga. I'll go to a hot yoga class, or I'll go to the gym. The DAC offers a lot of different classes as well.
So what are you looking forward to this year, year two?
Yeah, I'm definitely really looking forward to my clinical, like we said. My co-op and my abroad are all going to be within this next year. But I also think getting through the chemistries, for me, chemistry is doesn't come easy. I just think that that's, you know, you have to kind of have a different brain to do really good in chemistry and math and then really good in like the sciences. And I'm better with like the anatomies and the pathophysiologies.
Right.
So I think I'll be really proud of myself when I get through chemistry 101 and 102 and all that stuff.
Yeah. Getting through can be the goal.
Yeah. You do not need to have all 100%. You just need to do the best you can.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No, that's wonderful. Well, I look forward to watching you continue to grow too.
Thank you.
I think it's a privilege to be able to sort of start with you and then continue through your academic journey. So.